Well, what is up, everyone? Train Freak here, and today I am at the Arkansas Railroad Museum in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. This is the Cotton Belt engine or machine shop. I think that's what it was. It's a little chilly outside, and it's going to be a little chilly inside because there is no heat in the building. So it is a nice brisk 46 degrees out here, especially in the shade. So if I shake the camera, I apologize up front. So I already went inside and told that we will be doing a live stream. Should have good cell phone signal. And it looks like we got some people in here. Looks like Rick Bailey's here. We got Norman Rose. So welcome, welcome. And so just to kind of give you a little bit of a history about this building, like I said, this is the original engine shops back in the steam days for the Cotton Belt Railroad. This was the major hub on the Cotton Belt. There is only one other building left, and the one behind me, that I think that was either the paint booth or the coach shops or something like that. But the one we're going into is the actual machine shops. So, hey, we got Lynn McCurdy here. We got Mike Pringle. So I'm going to turn the camera around. And look, I got Miss Freak and Freak Jr. here with us too. So, and they went ahead and gave me a, they went ahead and gave me a, whatchamacallit, so that way we can actually give y'all some type of facts and stuff on the cars that we're going in, cars and locomotives. All right, so let's go ahead and enter. And Rick is saying hi, Amanda. So, hello, hello. All right, thank you. So they got a lot of signage, cool signage, pictures, you name it, even paintings of not just Arkansas's, but like you got, you know, B&O.
Here's a photograph of the place.
Oh yeah, I definitely got to show that.
This is where we're at right now.
So like I was showing you outside, I was standing here. So this building and that building are the only two buildings, but this was the original Cotton Belt Yard in Pine Bluff. And then there's tracks over here as well, and that's the old Mopac that ran along the side of it. Now both are owned by Union Pacific, of course. So let's go take a look. Hey, Risdom and Rome Model Railroad, welcome. Yes, Norman, Miss and Junior are on board. That is complete awesomeness. So we're going to start with this Caboose. Sparky's missing out, so he'll have to catch the replay. This is the cool part. We actually get to climb inside stuff. Yes, sir.
Basic equipment coming up like both of y'all did. Basic.
Will do.
Go down and go dark place and catch a tree.
Yes, sir. So we had a gentleman giving us instructions on how to climb in and out of these cars. So they've got this Caboose. This is a bay window, and they've got it open, but it's kind of more like an art gallery. What's up, Obadodge? So this is pretty neat. Got pictures and things. I don't know how well you can see it with the glare of the light in the way, but like I said, this car here, they've got it set up more as an art gallery. Here's the American Freedom Train. One of Cotton Belt's heavyweight business cars. That's the Fairlane. I think that's actually sitting down in Texas somewhere. So they do still have the kitchen section set up. Coffee pot there. I know it's kind of dark in here, so it's probably hard to tell. Yeah, but here's, they got cabinets on this side. So I think this Caboose has been redone completely.
Wow, this is neat.
Over here we've got, looks like just a baggage car, but it's part of the Cotton Belt Historical Society. So there is a steam locomotive here that we will actually maybe get to go up inside. So, all right. Yeah, there's stairs down here. So we definitely got to watch our step. But if anyone's curious, this is how you know when a car is built. BLT stands for built, so it's built November of '66, was not rebuilt. And we are by live tracks, so if you do hear a whistle or a horn in the background, that is definitely, you know, 1-to-1 scale trains running behind us. So there you go. All right, the next car we're going to go in, this is a guard car. And if I'm not mistaken, it's Inked Rails, welcome. Nifty, welcome. It's got the reporting marks down here. So, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says XDODG-56. So, and yes, we get to go inside this one too. So this is a guard car. So, some areas they've got blocked off. So here we go. Here's the bunk beds. Imagine trying to sleep here and it's 3 high. So you could get 9 people in that one room. And 9 people had to share that one closet. We're going to pan around. This is just kind of, I guess, your lounge area. Here's the bathroom. Small toilet. Small shower. Small sink. So, kitchen. I mean, yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot of clearance on that top bunk. And you got your cabinets, stove, looks like just a small stove out of a regular house kitchen. Stainless steel sink, fridge. And if you're wondering like where they store some of the tanks and stuff, yeah, look up above. That's what's so cool about this. Yeah, probably water was in there. And they do have central heat and air, or HVAC. So you can see the vents right above the lights. And I would assume this would be the pantry over here. So, pretty neat. Sparky, you missed the first Caboose. But it's okay. We got a couple more for you to look into.
Oh yeah, we just started.
I don't even know if that stove works. I'd probably end up cooking a hot mess. All right, so guys, this one here. I have the actual Athena Genesis model, and I forgot to bring it, of that one, number 83. So this one was, let's see, when was it built? Built 4 of 74. So that's when it was built. And of course, they put it up here. This is a C50-5 model Caboose. So, but this is a bay window, and we are going to go on the inside. And I do not know how well these are lit on the inside, so if it's dark, I apologize. But this one has not been altered in any type of way. A lot of people can sit here. All right, so it's kind of dark, but here's the bathroom in the Caboose. So you got to have a place to do your job, right?
64 volts.
They've just got rows of seats over here. They've got a seat in the bay. So this is the cool part. So like if you're sitting down, you could literally see the whole side of the tray. So, and of course the seats do swivel, and you can catch the other side of you depending on the direction and what side the car is going on. So the conductor, this would be his desk for him to do his paperwork as the train is going down, because even though the engineer is driving the train, the conductor is doing all the paperwork. The conductor is responsible for the train in itself. So, heck yeah.
Well, looks like I'm the conductor.
Yep, Junior is the conductor. We got a kerosene stove.
Ooh.
So, and yes, it does have an eye on it. I don't want to mess with the sign, but they could, you know, boil a pot of water on that if needed.
Wow, what's this?
And there is a bed with storage underneath. So this little tool right here that's on the bed, this is actually what they use to manually move a car when they need to move it.
Refill oil.
And y'all, I apologize that the lighting is not the best in here, but you can even see that is a coupler alignment tool as well. So pretty neat stuff. Is the king of the North's deadly hammer. All right. Next car. Let's see if they'll let us in it. Okay, so they got that blocked off. So some of these cars were not allowed to go in. So just FYI. And it could be that they might be doing some renovations on it, or it could be a privately owned car. But this is a passenger car. This is the Apple Blossom, and if I'm not mistaken, this was originally a Great Northern car. Amanda's got the fact sheet, so she could tell us. Yeah, it should be the Apple Blossom. Yeah, I forgot we have a fact sheet that they gave us. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on that side. There's the guard car, power car, right here. So this is it's built in 1947, built as Great Northern 1121 by Pullman Standard, and converted to a 108-seat commuter coach by the New Jersey Transit in 1973. And it was acquired by the Cotton Belt Rail Historical Society in the early 1980s and now seats 100 people. So there you go. Really neat car. So, and yes, I have ridden in this car, by the way. As a kid, I was about Junior's age, but I have ridden in it. We're going to go down and we'll work our way back. Yeah, we'll work our way back up. All right, so we got another car here, and I'm thinking this might be a power car. I could be wrong, or it's something. It's got windows at the very far end, but it's another one I cannot get into. So, or it could be a combine. This might be a coach with the baggage, so a baggage on the front and a coach on the back end. Very possible. Hey, Mike, Wicked Insanity, welcome, buddy. So, all right, let's see the next one. Hey, this one's lit up. That means we can go in this one. All right.
Hello.
Oh, that one's got an airflow. Yeah, it does. Long haul. So here we go. We've got looks like a private room. So I'm assuming this might be a sleeper car. So they would have a mattress here.
And here's a
mattress over there.
The bathroom is huge.
This could be someone's office. So
it's huge.
Really big bathroom. Toilet back in there, shower here. So yeah, pretty interesting. And it's even got its own heater. All right, so let's see what's on. We're going to keep going. That could be a porter's room too. I have no clue. Oh, this is a bunk car. Okay. So this would be a crew car on a maintenance away. And each of the crew has their own little spotlight and like a towel rack or something. Clothes rack up high, but you can't really see it, but there are some hooks too. And storage above. The lighting, like I said, the lighting is not the best in here, but they would actually have blankets and stuff, you know, so that way they would have their own privacy. Yeah. Pirates of the Model Trains, welcome, dude. community shower. This is a community bathroom with a fan that's blowing, so I apologize if you're catching the wind. But plenty of sinks, and the toilets are, they got 2 toilets back there. We're not going to go that direction. So, so Mike said he just watched a train movie, and it was called The Last Run. I'll have to check that movie out. So, yeah, so this is a bunk car, maintenance away bunk car, and so that means this room here would have been the supervisor's room. Superintendent or whoever the head honcho is at that time. All right. All right, next we have another car. We'll have to see what this one is. And what do we have here? Oh, this is a kitchen car. Okay. So check this out. Big kitchen. So for those who are modeling those maintenance away trains, that's pretty cool.
So this is probably where they would put a lot of their food, like a warmer.
This is like a buffet warmer on the train. And then there you go, community meals. How about that? And I got, now I do not know how accurate the TV on the wall would be. So, and then this would be, I guess, the bathroom. It says storage. Well, just the sink, I guess, to wash up. Which means that the next car that they would have after this one would be the car that we just came out of.
Yeah, they got a place to pay. Look at all the scoots over there behind you.
Oh, wow. There you go.
So a place to hang your stuff.
Yeah, a place to hang all the jackets and whatnot. That's pretty neat. So, yeah, Norman, that's what I'm thinking. No. But, yeah, that dude right there, we're going to actually get to see him in a minute. Of course, not under steam, but we will get to see it. All right. So now y'all can say that y'all have been in some maintenance away equipment, which I think is really, really cool. So, all right, we're going to carry on because we got to get way down there. So this is the fun one to get in. That's right. We're going to climb in a Gp30. So this is an EMD Gp30 locomotive number 5006. And I'm going to have to let Amanda climb in there so that way I can enter the phone so I can climb up because I'm going to have to use. Okay, so I'm going to climb up and Amanda's going to watch me climb up. All right. Don't make you too much seasick, right? All right. So, for those who have never been inside a diesel electric locomotive, yes, this is a bloody nose. Nisi?
Hi, I'm the engineer. How can I help you?
So, yeah, there's your engineer. He went from conductor to engineer.
I probably still will.
So, Norman, it actually doesn't smell bad at all. I'm assuming that they've cleaned and disinfected.
Ooh, we're high up, yo. We're so high up.
There's all your gears and stuff. So, if you give me a second, I'll show you exactly how all this works. So, I'm going to sit down. All right. So, this is your train brake. This is your independent brake. So this is locomotive braking, train braking. This is your cutout valve. Of course, radio transmitter. Use actual telephone back then. Air brake, pressure there. This would be your horn valve here.
Can I give it a go?
Or actually, no, this might have been the bell or something. I can't remember what this one's for. This is your horn. So you would pull that down. Bell. So I don't know exactly what this is for exactly. Well, actually, you pull it.
Pull it and find out.
I mean, it could be emergency brake for all I know. So you got your emergency sander here, different type of light valves, dynamic braking switch. So this would be your.
Oh, this is a water refill station.
It says signal light. So I don't know exactly, maybe ditch lights or something if it's got the ditches. I didn't double check to make sure. You got air gauges there. This is your amp meter. So this is the throttle. So this is what makes it go. This is your reverser. So forward, back, you name it. And selector level, not really sure what that does exactly. That's your headlight, and then other types of switches and gauges in there as well. But if you want some information,
Ooh, looks like this locomotive got damaged.
and I know part of it's got a glare and part of it has
Look at this. This locomotive got damaged.
shadows on it.
Cracked window.
But of course you've got
Whoa, we got a
your fuse box and stuff up there. So this is where
behind us.
you would actually start your engine, is right here. So you would prime it, flip it over, hold the button down, and that's what starts her up. So heck yeah. And I know Proto 2000 has made models of these, but they did not make it in this road number, which is sad. But you got two chairs over here. So this would be your conductor's chair, and that would be your brakeman. This would be after they ceased using the cabooses. So, and then if you're wondering what is in the nose of a locomotive, Aaron, why don't you pull that door open?
What door?
Right there. Pull that handle. Pull it. You got to pull hard.
Oh,
If
it's
you can't tell, there is a toilet down there. So, for all of those who did not know what was in the nose of the locomotive, yeah, that's where they go do their business.
Oh my gosh! Did I just
So,
break it?
and that would be the vent for it. So now you know. Kenworth's Model Railroad and Railroad Channel. Welcome. All right. So yes, this one I do not think has ditch lights, but it does have MU capability.
Go down like a ladder, he said.
Yep, go down like a ladder. So, yeah, we have to be very careful when doing this. So I'm gonna hand the phone to Amanda. So when you're climbing down, you climb down backwards and slide your hands down as you're going down. For all of those who are not working for the railroad. All right. See, I don't know if that one is. So this is a privately owned locomotive here. This is an Alco Rsd12, and it looks like it is open. So yes, we can go inside the Alco.
And there's a little thing.
So hopefully we don't get in trouble. Hey, Tim, what's going on, man? See if I missed anybody else popping in. I don't think so. So Norman was wanting to know if that last locomotive was DC or DCC. It's actually a dummy unit. They took the prime mover out. So.
There's no lighting.
Okay, well, we're going to go in and check out the Alco anyways. It's probably going to look roughly the same, I would think. Ugh. I tell you one thing, y'all, that is tough. All right. It's probably not going to look any much different. A little more roomier.
Hello, yes, if you're wondering, I'm an engineer, but on a different locomotive.
So it's just a little different, but it's the light. Like I said, the lighting in here, y'all, is not the best. So that's because they don't have the light on. But yep.
You think we're allowed to look at the bathroom?
No, we're not going to go in the bathroom. So this, I do not think was a cotton belt locomotive. I don't think cotton belt had RSD. I think it's an RSD12 or an RS12. I know they did not have any of those. Alrighty. I'm gonna hand the phone down to Amanda so that way I can climb out. All right. And then for those who are wondering, that means the front of the locomotive.
Hey, Dad. The next locomotive is a Union Pacific, but it's blocked off.
Yep. All right. So we can't go up this one, but another Alco This is a C630, and if, from my understanding, I think this is the last one. Yeah. Right there, last 6 C30 as originally built. There is a high nose in a museum in Virginia. But there you go.
Hey, I found another Santa Fe. I found Santa Fe.
Yeah, we got, looks like, I think, yeah, this is another Alco. This is a Rsd12. Yeah, so they said only 5 remain in existence. So here you go. Give y'all a second to read all that if you're interested in the Rsd15s. Now, Cotton Belt did have some of these that they bought in 1960. So there you go. All right, so the next one up is the big Behemoth, and I will tell you that they have been doing some renovations to it. And it looks like they're still trying to do stuff on it now. So, of course, we're not going to be able to go to the front of it. But they are in the works of trying to get this thing back up and going. But we can go inside. So this is the Cotton Belt 819. Get the gates out of the way so y'all can see. There you go. So like I said, they are doing renovations of it. Put your engineers stuff over there. And then your fireman would sit on that chair that doesn't have any seats on it, and then your rear brakeman would sit behind him. So you'd have 3 people in the crew or the cab of this locomotive. It is a oil burner, and there's the firebox right there. So here's the tender. You got a ladder strapped way up there. You got hoses and stuff. And they said we can look, but we can't climb. Daggone it. So, yeah, I know it. But this is a Class L1 Northern, so it's a 484. So I can get you a better, closer look over here on the side. So this is kind of you could call it a distant cousin to the 844 if you wanted to. It did make a run up to St. Louis several years ago with the 844 in the past. So, but the last year that this one ran was in the 90s, and so like I told you, that passenger car that I rode in on was pulled by this one. So she's got all of her jacket stripped because what ended up happening is she went down for FRA firebox maintenance and had to be, I guess, rebuilt or something. And they lost, they ran out of funding, and a lot of the people with the steam knowledge passed away at that time. So yeah, unfortunately, she's been sleeping here ever since. Now, this locomotive was actually built in this facility, and from my understanding, it was built on this bay here, where there's an extra tender that is part of a sister engine. The engine has been scrapped, but they kept the tender as an auxiliary tender, so that way if it ever does run excursions, it does have a second tender. So, of course, my wife has got the spec sheet, so I can't really give you any more info than that from the top of my head, but that shows you how big the tender is. And then we'll go check out that other steamer here in a minute. So, and like I said, this is the old machine shop, so there is the fabrication, inspection pits, and you name it. And I think it might say the capacity of everything. Yep, there we go. Capacities are at the top, so it says it will hold 15,000 gallons of water and 5,000 gallons of oil. So it's pretty cool. And then there's the valves for it to hook onto the next tender. All right, so let's go check out the next steamer. And this one is, I do know this one was built in the early 1900s. Let's see, I think this is a 10-wheeler, but it's a rust bucket. I mean, it's the front of the boiler's rusting out. Built by Baldwin Locomotive Works in Philadelphia. So let's see here. Nope, this is a mogul. This is a 260, not a 460. So this is a mogul. But there you go. It's tender back there, and I can't go any further. But from my understanding, when they brought this locomotive into the museum, they had to bring it in pieces. So they couldn't bring it in all as one big piece. So this one, getting it restored is probably never going to happen. And the reason I can say that is if you look right up in here, the whole boiler tank's just rusted out, and that's where they had to cut it to bring it in. And I remember them telling me that the last time I was here. So, but heck yeah. All right, here's some of the different tools. So of course, when you had railroads, you had different tools. Check out this humongous mallet. I mean, that's the hammer Lee needs right there, you know. Lee likes using them hammers, so that's his hammer. He just needs to come grab it. Yeah, Mason-Dixon, yeah, there was a hole in the boiler. That's why I said that one there will probably never be brought back to life. Rusted out like my old Dodge trucks. I heard that. Check out these wrenches. And so the orange is 1 5/8, so that's 1 5/8 of an inch, 1 7/16. So they would sometimes color them so that way they could easily differentiate which side was which. So, and you get a blue shovel. Yeah, Thor's hammer. There you go. But yeah, here's a really cool sign on that steamer we just looked at. So built in 1909. So yeah, this is pretty interesting stuff. I got pictures of it. Yeah, I know there's a glare. Yeah, nothing's more cool than seeing steamers under steam. So, all right. So our tour is about halfway done. Yeah, that's right, halfway. Because I've got some stuff through that door, which they won't let me go through this one, but we've got some more stuff to show you. All right, so check this little dude out. I guess this is like the first version of a 3-wheeler. That could be true, Sparky. So we got REA. So this is an REA bus or van or whatever you want to call it, truck. And that's basically what your FedEx and UPS is today. Old REA. We got a little speeder here. I mean, I've seen videos where people have actually bought these and put these on the rail. Man, if I could ever afford one of these, man, that would be a cool toy to have.
I'm driving.
So, yeah, Junior's driving. Oh, Lord. I have played with this guy. So they took it off the rails, but do we still have video of that?
I have a video of that somewhere.
Yeah, Amanda's got a video where me and my brother actually played on this.
Out in the yard, back here.
Through that door over there. Which we'll go over there because there's actually maintenance away equipment. So here we got different type of jacks and stuff they used, hard hats. If I'm not mistaken, that might be my grandfather's old hard hat, because I know he used to have one that looked just like that, and I think he said he donated it. Check out how they did the boards back then. You had a wooden block with your name on it. So there you go.
GE sound.
All right, we got models. So here's some O-scale stuff. I mean, it's a really, really neat place. Different plaques for different people. HO scale stuff. That's right, Split Rock. Tour time. And you've already missed a lot of it. Unless you've been lurking. That's pretty cool right there. So for those who are just coming in, the 819 is the big stained behemoth that's here. It's a 484 L1 Northern. Different telegram tappers in there. Insulators. Check out these old typewriters. This is back before people learned how to type the buttons around, so they had to peck. This is kind of up Sparky's alley here with all the electrical stuff. All right, now we got the different types of stoves.
I'm pretty sure the hobby shop.
Check out this dude. I mean, that's a stove right there.
Wait a minute.
And of course, Junior's just going to walk right in front of the camera.
This one is. Mom, what's next?
Well, Tim, if you go back to VMT, why don't you do it live like I'm doing? That's the cool thing about it. So, this is a weird looking typewriter. It's like your buttons are way down there, but it's like way up there. That's weird. Norman, there are a few other people in here, so we've got it semi to ourselves. And for the kids and for us modelers, there are layouts that we haven't got to.
What the heck is this?
So, oh, Rick, if you're still here, dude, looky there. For Rick Bailey.
Eight, two, six,
Yeah.
six.
So I've actually got a model of him, and I got a model of that one too. And from my understanding, this right here, I think that's a SP. I think that might be the Gp30 P carrying a passenger fleet. All right.
There's more stuff over on this.
This might be up more Nathan DeLay's arsenal here, considering it says arsenal. But someone actually made that out of pop cans. So I guess Nathan has been down here, and he didn't tell me.
Who here?
There's an old Lionel set there.
Who here likes lifesavers? Well, there you go.
All right. I mean, just photographs. Here you go, Rick. Yep, I see you're still here. There you go. That's the 1810. So I'm thinking this is the headlight off of the 800, which is the first 484 that the Cotton Belt got. So the one that we walked into is the 819 or the 20th. Just lots of history here, just between like all the different artifacts, like the oiling and grease cans, and you know, just lots of cool stuff. I mean, pretty huge clamp. Yeah, great antiques and trophies. I'm not really understanding about the Oklahoma flag unless it has something to do with the quapaw. But, oh, okay, this makes sense. So that train there actually had cotton belt passenger cars on. What's going on, Randall? So yeah, this is definitely back up Sparky's alley with all the fuse boxes and hand levers and stuff and whatnot. So that crane is actually outside. That's what I'm going to show you last. Now, for those who really don't know a lot about the cotton belt paint schemes, this was their first paint scheme. And I actually have an A and a B of that consist. So, yep, Sparky's saying a lot of relays and insulators and Westinghouse electric gauges or ammeters, or I don't know how you pronounce that. I went to high school, but it's been several years ago. All right, let's see what's on this side.
They were stranded.
Oh, check out these little books. I think those are, I have no clue what kind of books.
This was during a flood in 1927.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Why do you never pay attention to
That's
mine?
pretty
Why
cool.
you pay attention to mom's? Why do you not pay attention to mine?
I pay attention to your ideas.
Why will you not?
Telephone switchboard.
Oh, this one.
So that's pretty cool. All right, here you go, Randall, since you're here. Here's some Frisco wrenches. And they actually say Frisco on the wrenches. Oh, there you go. So yeah, that's what those little books were, rule books. That was, they would fit in your pocket before lawyers. So. Here's a piece of rail. Man, that's heavy. I'm surprised that table's holding it up. And that's actually light rail. That's a lot lighter than what they use today. New York Times, coal shovel, more artifacts, signs, signal flags. I mean, this is, like I said, it's just a lot of stuff. Now, there are still a few more railroad pieces that we have not gone in yet. So, and Sparky, there is a wooden caboose that is still on the docket. So I'm just making my way back. G-scale layout, if you like a G-scale.
Oh, I thought it was O.
And it's nope, this is G. Thomas. And that's actually on an old baggage car. And here's another baggage car. Oh, I didn't even show you all these. These are derailers. Derailers and re-railers. So, you know, like we use those for our model trains in case if they do derail. That's what they use in the real world. All right, they've got more artifacts over here. Another telephone switchboard. Timetables. That was back before the day of signals. Wrenches, more goodies, more insulators. A Coca-Cola. And see, that one was actually marked Brinkley. So the cotton belt actually serviced Coca-Cola there in Brinkley. So, yeah. Magazines, stuff like that. Stuff you can buy. Mugs! You know, I've been looking for that book. I might have to get that while I'm here. Here's the DVD. So I guess this is their gift shop section here. All right. Here we go. Back to G scale. So this guy here, McCaskill, from my understanding, he was the last superintendent of the Cotton Belt before 1992 when the SP fully acquired him. So, all right, let's see if there's any more goodies. So I didn't know Thomas was a Cotton Belt locomotive. I didn't either. See, you always learn something new with me, right? Check this out. Now, how many of y'all can say that y'all have seen a hump console? So when the trains go over the hump yard, you press a button, and it's like a macro, or what we use in DCC as macros, and it would align all the switches to that track. And so this had 47 tracks on it. Tell me if that ain't neat. All right, we got 3-rail O scale right here. So this is just a diorama, but they used to have this over in the Jefferson County Museum. But they did put, and it derailed, but they did put a train over there. So yeah, it derailed. Now this is cool. I did not realize this thing until today. This is a 3-person's workstation. This is a CTC control panel. This is what dispatch would actually use. And so this would tell you basically your blocks, your separate blocks and track length. The red light would show if a train was occupied there. Yeah, a big Arduino. But you could throw your switches here. And so like 23 here would be that switch there so they could route the train.
Where would this be used?
So this was actually in a separate office that has been torn down since. But this is traffic control. All right, so for those who are wondering about my layout, Jonesboro, that is my upper staging area. See, I told you, there was a wiener served by the Cotton Belt. So that is one of the towns I'm doing. Hickory Ridge is another one that I'm doing. Then the next town is Brinkley, where it crossed the Rock Island. Yeah. Carry on. And there, Pine Bluff. So Pine Bluff was the midway point, and then from there you're just going south. Norman, that would be really cool because considering that you would have to have 3 dispatchers, because this is a dispatcher's desk that controlled the middle of the route. You had a dispatcher over there controlling the south part of the route. And then you had another dispatcher on this end controlling the north half of the route. I wish I could put that in my dispatcher's room. That would be nice. But they had a separate office back then. And then I'm not too sure. I guess these would have been for like times tables or things like that. Where's Riceland? Okay, so Riceland's headquarters would be here at Stuttgart. So that's Riceland's headquarters. But Riceland had elevators from Pine Bluff. They had one at Altimer. Clarendon had one. Brinkley had one. I'm not sure about Hunter. Fair Oaks, Hickory Ridge. A lot of these towns from Pine Bluff up north had Riceland grain elevators. So I just picked I picked a wiener because it's like, why not, right? So that's one thing I did want to show y'all there. Here's another type of control panel. So this is a swing bridge control panel. So how cool is that? Yeah. So Rick is saying Amanda's trying so hard not to be in the shot.
I am.
Yeah, she is. So, yep. All right. So let's carry on. More line L stuff. Door signal. That's I think an interlock signal there. Thomas can correct me on that one. Another REA baggage. And Amanda signed us in, so we're good there. So let's go check out the last of the stuff that we haven't checked out yet. This stuff over here. All right, so I'm gonna give a few seconds. Do we go in the plow first or do we go in the caboose first?
Red or black? Red or black?
Yeah, red or black.
Red. Red. Choose red.
And while you are deciding, I'll show you the old fire engine. Aaron's already in the caboose. He'll be all right. So Split Rock said you need to be like the Price is Right ladies and present all the stuff.
I could totally do that.
Yeah. All right, so Norman is saying caboose. Check out this fire engine. And from my understanding, that was assigned. That was part of the cotton belts. So. Pretty cool.
This is ancient history right here. This is a phone booth.
Oh, yes.
And I know you're not going to know what that is, but you would have to put money in there to make a phone call.
Oh,
Do you believe it? Isn't that the craziest thing you've
that's
ever
just
heard?
lame. That's just lame.
That's just
Putting money
lame.
in a phone.
Let's see if it still shuts. There you go.
Hey, it's so shut.
And the light came on. How about that? So as soon as you shut the door, the light comes on.
Okay, let's go up here. Let's go up in the.
Hold on.
So if you're wondering, Seagrave, Columbus, Ohio. And there's another speeder.
Did they decide are we doing the plow or the caboose?
Well, I've only seen one person make the decision. I mean, we're going to do them both. So.
Gina was asking why you need a booth to call on your cell phone.
That's back in the days they didn't have cell phones. That's a super mama's changing room. Superman's changing room. Yeah. Superman. All right. We're going to go in the caboose first. Let's save the plow for last. All right. So this is a wooden caboose. So old. Wooden floors, wooden walls, wooden everything. Norman says he won, or he guesses he won. Well, you won because we actually went in the caboose first because that's what you said.
So Caboose was built in the 1920s, so it's about
Hi.
1920s. So, yeah, almost 100 years old. Someone lost their shoes. Yeah. Yep, the cupola. We'll go up there in a second. So we got a sink here. And there is the toilet. You can't really see it. No light. Yeah. Right here? Yeah, so they're saying this is an ice box. So that's pretty cool. It's got these little storage drawers.
Here's the toilet.
So that's pretty neat. So I guess this would be the kitchen side. So here is our cupola. Let's see if I can do this.
I can get up there.
Yep.
I'll get up there.
There you go.
Hey, I'm up here too. Watch out. I'm here.
So this is not what they call an extended vision.
Get up here.
Yeah.
We got to win and see how high up you really are.
Yeah, I see it. I'm like, oh my god.
So my friend who is an engineer for Union Pacific says this is not authentic. There's no girly posters on the wall.
You heard this story?
Yeah.
So we let Boy Scouts take a tour of the yard. We got a Caboose plan to go inside. Take me in and go inside. These walls. Went inside the walls.
There you go.
So that would be wise. Inside their own Caboose, and they decorated her.
Right.
Wait, can I slide the window?
So there you go. So yeah, we're sitting up here in the. So they got these little handrails here, and they're saying the easiest way to get up and down is that's what you put your feet on. So
Yeah, well, it works great.
Yeah.
It's not the entire train.
that's an emergency brake that will stop the entire train.
So here's your battle.
So if they see a hot box, yeah, there's my banner bike. So,
So who's in charge of knowing the
all right, watch out here. Nope, I got it. So I'm gonna show you how to get down. So you're holding the pole, you put one foot here, the other foot there, and you just go down like that.
Cool. I got to
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they burn coal. So they burn coal. Burning coal in a wooden caboose. And there's your cook stove. And another insulator. And then this would be a bed. Yeah. Table.
bed?
Yeah.
Another person gave.
Hello there. I'm just gonna eat.
Yeah.
It came out of the Caboose. And so
I believe it.
It was filthy, dirty, and I couldn't even tell what color it was. Cleaned it off. It was still that faint
Oh, is that like storage?
green.
Yep, there you go.
Wow.
So this was your conductor's desk. Rick said beautiful job.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll try to.
All right.
I'll try to do
Check out the
better.
lantern. Yeah, lantern, not a light, a lantern. So there you have it.
Wait. Stop.
So the only thing about this caboose that's not authentic would be the fluorescent light bulbs and the smoke detector. Yep. Nope. But see, they also had this pole, so that way when you're walking, you're actually grabbing the pole because the caboose would be rocking side to side like this. So that would help keep you upright. Martin Shearsman said, show us your kits.
I left him at home.
Martin, I guess you're just going to have to rely on Niecy.
Yeah, where's she at?
She was here earlier. All right. Check out this dude. Big O Snow Plow. Now, this is not cotton belts. This is an actual U.S. Army snowplow.
So the audio video is getting choppy.
Uh-oh.
Is it moving, maybe?
Yeah, it could be. It could be moving, possibly. Is it still choppy? They're saying keep going, so we'll keep going. They're saying the wooden caboose is playing havoc with the feet. It could be this thing because this thing is like really, really big steel. Built in December of '53. Oh, and one thing to show you too, these right here, there's a pneumatic, they would take these little pins out and these things had a pneumatic pistons on the back side and they would press out. So, all right. Possibility, I could lose signal in here, y'all, but we'll go in anyways. There's the white. So here you go. This is the inside of a wedged snowplow. These tanks here would hold hydraulic fluid. And just to show you, they've actually got one of the wedges open and the piston's at the bottom. So there you have it. So this would actually be pushed by several locomotives, and
So it didn't have its own power?
it did not have its own power. So this was pushed by several locomotives, and this is the only window you could see up ahead of you.
Can't see crap.
Yep, a flange to spread the snow away, and here's your flange handle. that would direct which flange to use. So if you had two people in here, then of course you had one person to control this one. But if you only had one person, then that person would have to be over here, and he would control the right wing by himself and control the left wing as well. So it was much easier having a two-man job than a one-man. So Split Rock wants to know if Arkansas has snow. Split Rock, I would actually joke with you before February and say that, well, the past 3 years we've only had an accumulative of 1 inch of snow. But then back in February, we had what we call Snowmageddon, and we got dumped with 10.5 inches within 8 days.
Yeah, because we had a system back to back.
Yeah, we had 2 systems back to back, and it just dumped and dumped. We mostly get ice here, not snow. So I'm assuming this one here.
Is this an operating in Arkansas, Mitch?
No, I'm not thinking so. Like I said, this was. Oh, that's a loud bell. This is more of. I mean, like I said, the U.S. Army ran this one, so this probably ran everywhere. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. So, and I mean, this thing is just barely off the tracks. So, all right. Well, we're still not done. So we've still got other people here. Yeah, we got more. So there's actually another little museum section over here. And I'm bypassing all these signs and stuff like that. So there's an old semaphore signal there. Thank you. So if Nisi was still here, I would show her that. This is the type of signal that Nisi could not be. Or she could, but I don't know how her husband would take it. And we'll just leave it at that. All right, looks like we got several other people in here. Oh no, this is cool. This is up Rick's alley here. Man, how cool is that? Man, I got lots and lots of stuff in here. Just a lot of artifacts. Look at all the different lanterns. We've even got stuff from the PRR, Penn Central. I mean, look, Erie. Man, there's just a lot of stuff here. Yeah, including some Shortline stuff. Check out this stuff. A Tabor indicator. I don't know exactly what that does, but okay. I've got one of these at the house. Pressure valve. GFW, welcome. So this is in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. This is my old stomping grounds. And you're definitely going to want to start over from the beginning because you missed me going through more than half of the railroad equipment, including passenger cars, maintenance away cars, cabooses, and locomotives. I'm pretty sure they do have a good fire suppression system here somewhere, or I would hope they would. I mean, there's just, like I said, stuff everywhere. And there are still a few pieces on the outside. So, Just all sorts of things. Here's a little desk of some type. Oh, this is a watch repair desk. Check out all the different pocket watches. So yes, they had their own watch repair person too. Now this is the stuff I like seeing here. When you see all the blueprints and things like that. GFW, yes, they do have a few model train displays here. Not a lot, but they do have some. We just actually came through that section about 15, 20 minutes ago. So I kind of like how they do this here, like the different railroads. They put a map up there so that way you can kind of see where that railroad used to run. And so here's Randall's Ellison's railroad, the Frisco. So in the section that he works off is that green line in the upper northeast corner. Of course, the Rock Island was a pretty big railroad here. Cotton Belt crossed it twice. And then that's the Cotton Belt. So this is the one that I model. And that's all of the railroads in Arkansas. You had the Mopac, who had probably the most trackage in the state. Mopac was pretty big here. And even Kansas City Southern had trackage on the west side of the state. So, but if you go back here and look, you've got all that trackage there, and most of it is pretty much Union Pacific now. So, and that's the hump yard in Little Rock.
Yeah. I gotta see if I got some bone time.
Let's see what's in here. Some of the short lines. So, Rick, there you go again. And that's actually a Fordyce and Princeton locomotive, which was a sister to the Ashley Drew Northern. So, I mean, just lots of stuff. Rings, pins, buttons, even Bill Clinton. Coffee mugs, glasses, blankets, you name it. Typewriters, more insulators, stamps, wax stamps. Here's some of the china and stuff that you would see from all different types of railroads. So they got labels on the inside. Wow, check this out. British. So even stuff from the UK. Yeah, gimme. I mean, just a lot of artifacts. I mean, just crazy amounts. Spoons. And they're actually engraved. You can't really see it on video, but they actually have engraved the railroads. Here's some brass. Locomotives and stuff, cabooses. More china. Drinking water cartons back there. Now, this is cool. Railroad train man's buttons. I mean, there's just tons. I wish I could zoom in on this so y'all could see it.
Any questions?
Nope, I'm good. Actually doing a live stream on YouTube right now. Do y'all have any questions for this guy that people in the chat ask? There's some train spikes that they turned into looks like decoration pieces. Different timetables. If Tyler was here, is there a Sparky button or an STS button? No, I did not see either one of those. I mean, even stuff like this, like hand signed stuff, like that's 1951. I mean, that's pretty cool too. This is a second mortgage gold income bond certificate due November 1st, 1989, issued limited to $10 million. Is it really?
Yes.
That would not surprise me. Wow, someone actually modeled that. That's pretty cool. More China.
Actually, there is a picture of
Toys.
it on your dad. There is.
Let me see.
Where your clothes at?
Y'all funny. Y'all just straight up funny. I mean, just some of the stuff on the wall, man. Like I said, this is just a place of.
Oh my god.
Check that out. An actual build plate. And these are the original numbers that were on it. That's so cool. Oh, gotta use this door. All right. So GFW says he'll issue one of those if someone wants to give him $10 million. Oh, check out this locomotive too. That's what happens when you put two switchers together. And that is Junior ringing the bell. All right, so there are some more stuff on the outside. So we are going to go to the outside, and we're going to walk around and see if I can find it. Who knows? Maybe we'll catch a real train out here too.
This looks like the old warehouse on the outside.
Well, okay, so a lot of people have just came in, so I'm actually going to pan around. So that building way over there, not the metal one, but the tall one in the background, that was the old coach shops of the Cotton Belt. This is the old machine shop. And then right in front of me in this vacant area would have been the old roundhouse. And you can kind of tell if I walk over here by the fence, you can kind of tell by how the concrete and stuff is set out that this would have been, you know, the engine bays right here. So I don't know how well you can tell, but this is the stuff down here I want to look at. But like I said, this is the old machine shops. Now the other side of the building actually has a slide transfer table. This side does not. But they've got some really, really cool stuff over here too. So that's a transfer locomotive. Looks like a Baldwin version. Yes, that one that was the two switchers put together. Yes, that was a Baldwin. It was a DRS. So now you're going to make me lie. It was not a 441,000, but it was like two 441,000s put together. So I think it was a 66-2000. You might have to look it up, Tim. No, Roy, that was Junior ringing the bell. Okay, so that was the door that I showed y'all earlier that they would not open for me. But this I thought was really cool too, because the big engine in there was the 819. This was actually the bay for that locomotive when they built it. So we got a steam crane here. And from my understanding, this is the only crane, steam crane, in the US that has not been converted to diesel. So this is the last surviving steam crane that would still have to run off of steam. So, and of course, this is what you would call your crane tender or the boom car right here. And of course, SP, you know, kind of took back over some of this. But there's an old cotton belt Herald there. And, but see, this here will tell you that it was cotton belt. SSW, St. Louis Southwestern cotton belt. So, and then PB for Pine Bluff. And then this car here, this is the steam generator car right here. And you can see where it says SSW MW Maintenance Away 98501. So this is something that I'm actually going to want to try to model on my layout. Check out the coupler. Yeah, that's a big old coupler in there. So, but yeah, this is a steam generator car here. And then this is a power car of some sort. So it looks like a baggage, but they converted it to a power car. So this is some of the maintenance stuff. So Sparky, I don't know if you can see this on top of the crane, but they've got these little metal bars up there. I'm going to try to get the sun out. But they have insulators under those bars. I'm assuming that's for if they had to be under electrical lines, maybe. I'm not 100%.
There we go. That's my truck.
So is there a reason it's all white? So originally this was maintenance away gray. And I think they're trying to repaint it to help slow down the rust. So, because I can see some of the painter's tape up here on the boom. I'm going to try to keep you on the shade as much as possible. We'll go check out the other side of it too. But there's the door in the cab to get in right there. And I know this is a power car as well. That's why you see the exhaust fan there. So that could be just maybe a storage baggage car there. Not really sure. Yeah, it's a light maintenance away. Oh, Norman's saying I got to model the rust too. Oh, Lord. That's going to be tough. Well, just to show you how old this is. I mean, look, this is on roller bearings. Trucks here, or trucks converted to roller bearings. These are still the old friction bearings. Almost forgot. Friction bearings. Where they would have what they call hot boxes. And you can tell a door or a window used to be here because of the art. I mean, this building has been here for several years. Yeah, like early, mid 1800s, something like that. So here's the beautiful side of the crane. 1882. So that's definitely over 100 years. So this would be the original color, would be this kind of dark gray here. And at one point it looks like it was black, but you can see all the rust and stuff that's happening on this side. I mean, it's just been out here in the elements. So I know they're trying to fix that. And it looks like, y'all, we got some trains coming. So, yeah. Why not rail fan, huh? So let's see if I can get it positioned to where we are not looking through the chain link fence. Eagle Creek Yard, welcome. Oh, this is Kansas City Southern train. All right. I'm sure y'all wouldn't mind a little bit of rail fanning, right? So if I can set the camera like that, y'all might be able to see it. Of course, he's creeping slow. So he'll be here in a second, but we're going to go check the other side of the building out too. They don't have it blocked off, so why not, right? Yeah, get a few thousand cans of Rust-Oleum. All right, here he comes. So we got the engineer waving at us. Ringing the bell for us too. Yeah, two things take longer when watching: water to boil and a train to pass. True story. Yeah. And it looked like I saw the local sitting down there as well. There you go, an open box car. Sparky said, "Oh, it's a Canadian Pacific train." No, KCS is buying out. No, Canadian Pacific is buying out KCS. Aaron, don't come on that for me. So if y'all wondering why the fence is shaking, you can blame that on Junior. Yeah. There goes by a Canadian National covered hopper. So we do get some Canadian stuff down here every once in a while. Yeah. I can aim it down a little. Hey, John Noful, welcome. Who knows, we might get to see, there's some more locomotives and box cars and stuff over here that we haven't got to yet. Aaron, stop, please. I've got the, look, I got the camera up on the fence. Thank you. But anyways, well, okay, Roy, you're right. I blame it on Heath for coaxing Junior into it.
Don't blame me. Is he even in there to defend himself?
I don't know if Heath is or isn't, but it's Heath. We blame Heath for everything. No, he's actually fixing to go through downtown Pine Bluff, which is a speed restricted area. So, hey, that bulkhead right there, that's an old Cotton Belt bulkhead flat car. It's got SSW reporting marks on it, so it's going through its native territory. So, Kyle Stevens, what's going on, bud? So we're just doing a little bit of rail fanning. All right, so I don't know if y'all can see, but I'm going to try to point. There's a concrete slab right in front of us. That's where the old dispatch used to be. So that big dispatcher's console that I showed y'all that 3 people worked on, the building that was in used to be right there. You could actually look this place up on Sanborn Maps, and it's totally different now than what it would have been like back in the 50s or the early 1800s when this place here would have been popping. So, yeah, City of Pine Bluff has it to where these trains are not allowed to go no faster than 15 miles an hour through town. So, this is considered a jack-jack speed. For all of those who follow jack-jack, trains are not allowed to go faster than 15 scale miles per hour. Looks like we got a lot of lumber. Yeah, a lot of Rick Baileys. being carried away. Rick, if you're still in here, man, I don't know how you feel about that. Yeah, Tim, you definitely got that right. A lot of places aren't what they used to be. I hope you really can't read the graffiti on that first covered hopper there.
Oh, wow.
That's definitely not a PG. But, I mean, you never know what to expect when these trains go by. Looks like he's speeding up a little bit. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, there's an old Chicago Northwestern, that yellow one that's rusted. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the sun's got a good glare on it. I know y'all are seeing the shaded side, but I can't get to the other side of the tracks. I'd have to drive. No, I can't get any closer, John. I got a chain link fence keeping me out. So just on the other side of this fence is Union Pacific property, and they won't let me on there. There's a big blue GATX boxcar. Holy smokes, look at the roof on that one. Yeah. All right, I see the end of it. Yeah, I'm sorry, John. I wish I could have got closer. That's a repaint job there. And we have an open auto rack at the end. Hey, Ron, how's it going? All right, so there goes our train. So, I just got done showing y'all the maintenance equipment. Let's go and check out the other side. Yes, we've got more stuff. And I think I'm in a hard hat area. And I don't have a hard hat. All right. So here's something pretty cool. A lot of y'all have modeled turntables. What about a slide transfer table? And as you can tell, this thing's not used very often. That's why there's a lot of growth. And they would have water pumped out there. This is called a slide transfer table.
So it's like a turntable.
It's like a turntable, but it doesn't spin. It slides back and forth.
Oh, can we
No, they're right there, Rick.
What?
So they would bring an engine on this track here. It would get on the slide transfer table. They would line it up to whichever bay it needed to go in, and they'd put it in there. But also at the same time, and of course, I'm not going to be able to get in any of these locomotives, but I can show y'all. But at the same time, there's storage tracks on this side too. So there you. So we've got an Arkansas and Missouri plug door boxcar over here. And these are all privately owned. So these are, all of this out here is private owned stuff that is on loan to the museum. So this is an ex South Kansas and Oklahoma. This looks like a Jeep 20. I'm thinking it's a Jeep 20. If someone wants to correct me, they're more than welcome to, but I'm thinking this is a GP20. If Thomas is here, I know he would know. Hey, Aaron, don't get in that. Yeah, for a reason. Because they still use it. Here we go. Golden West service. 50-foot box car. As well. And so, because they ain't got the tracks down, they actually weld bars to keep the gauge right. All right, so now you'll get a up close look of roller bearing wheels, not on a truck, but this is what a truck looks like when it's not under a car. And that's for your bolster pin. So the cars literally are not bolted to these trucks, they just sit on top of it. So Tim is saying that is a chop nose GP9, or it looks like a chop nose GP9. GP9M maybe? I don't know. It could be. Looks like we got another train coming, y'all.
That's what I said. See, you don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
Yep, we got another one coming. Y'all want to watch the next train? I think this might be, that is a local. So this is actually, looks like GP60s on the front. So Rick, some of these people are just collectors. So that's why they do that. Other than that, I really don't know any other reason why they would. Whew, man, I can smell the creosote off of these tires here. There you go, Golden West service. Now this is an Alco C420, that I do know. Because my buddy, so Eagle Creek is saying that is defo a GP20. That's what I thought it was. But yeah, Alco C420 right there. This is the old Little Rock and Western. So the LRW on the sides were yellow, and then under the cab window it actually says Little Rock and Western. So Little Rock and Western is a short line. Now it's owned by G&W, of course. What isn't owned by G&W? And they retired this locomotive a long time ago, and I think this one actually did get donated to the museum. So the museum does own this locomotive. And I gotta watch where I'm walking. Oh, there's the local. Y'all want to see the local? Or do y'all want me to keep going on these locomotives? Yeah, just park it in your garage. There you go. Oh, it looks like the local is stopping. So the local is way over there. But it looks like two Jeep60s on the front. Let's see here. Here's another Alco. Says Minerva. This is a RS11. Y'all, I'm having a tough time trying to get through this with all the brush and stuff. And then, check this out. This is an old PN Central. Right here, old PN Central. Or an LS&I. I think this was originally a Penn Central, and then it got changed to LS&I. And it used to have the barcoding system on it here. Not 100% sure what type of locomotive this one is. I think it might be a U33C maybe. Got the short nose. And then this is just a tank car for the Cotton Belt Historical Society that they would carry oil for the 819 on the excursion runs. Extra if they ever needed it. So, all right, I'm going to try to make my way back. And it looks like our local, nope, we got another train that's moving forward. That's not our local. So we'll have to go check it out. Woohoo! Almost fell. Now, Sparky, when you put in your slide transfer table, I expect to see this. With you being the electrician you are, that's a must. Because that's how they powered it. All right, we got another one coming. So this is a couple of UP engines. And they're saying hi to you. So that front unit is ES44 ET. The back unit is a SD70M. What? Honey.
Honey.
Honey. We got a cool car coming up that says honey on it.
Awesome.
All right, Norman, take care, buddy. And Amanda and Aaron says welcome. Highland Husky Mooch Squad, welcome. Man, you're going to have to go all the way to the very beginning because you missed a lot of stuff. And when I mean a lot of stuff, you missed a lot of stuff. So we got a whole bunch of 2-bays. Oh, I hear one that's got a bad bearing. It needs to go to the car shops. Surprised they didn't flag it. Roy Eltham, welcome, buddy. Man, you missed a lot too. You're gonna have to go back. So for y'all that are just coming in, we actually got to go inside cabooses, locomotives, snow plow, steam locomotives, maintenance away, crew cars, different types. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the sun out, guys, so I apologize. That's just the downside of where I'm at. But yeah, on the other side of this fence is Union Pacific property, so I'm not allowed to go across the fence. You definitely don't want to trespass on railroad property when you're not supposed to. So, Lynn says he has trouble telling the difference between a Honda and a Toyota, and I rattle all of the names of the locomotives like a pro. I'm not a pro, but I appreciate that. Thanks, Rick. So here's a tank car. It's got a shield on it that says Interstate Asphalt. That's pretty cool. Ooh, maintenance away. So this is some maintenance away equipment here. These yellow cars in front of us. I think he's speeding up. Yeah, he's speeding up just a little bit. It looks like they got a whole bunch of old ties in these cars. They look like well cars from the beginning, but I don't know. It's different. But they've got the UP, then a number, then MW on the end of it. There we go. But look at the rat beside the cheese. The mouse. So what do I think of Canadian Pacific purchasing Kansas City Southern? Honestly, I am indifferent. Now, if you asked Robert from the Flying Crow, he would probably get upset at you because that's what he models. But I'm indifferent. I mean, just think, 100 years ago, there was well over 100 Class 1 railroads, between the Canada, U.S., and Mexico. Now, there's 2 Canadian Class 1s, you got 5 U.S. Class 1s, and I think there's only 1 Class 1 in Mexico. So, I mean, it's just one of these days, there's probably only going to be 2 railroads. It would not surprise me. Yeah, Tim, you're right. UP does designate their own stuff, that is for sure. Lynn, just imagine what would it have been like if the SPSF actually went through. Ozark, I am not 100% sure on that. I haven't really been keeping up with it. I know. Well, okay, so you're asking if Canadian National buying the KCS a done deal. No, I think the ICC, or the International Commerce Commission, declined that merger. All right, we got a couple of DPUs coming up. Ooh, that's shiny. First one was a C45, CCTE, something like that, whatever Tim said. Second one was another SD70M. Okay, so it was thrown out by the STB. So now it's back on the table for Canadian Pacific. There's a couple of old Wisconsin Central gondolas. Yeah, a lot of fresh painted stuff back here on the back end. And to finish it up, we've got a UP bathtub gondola. Alright. And our local, I guess he went backwards. So I don't see the local anymore. But anyways, y'all, so this is going to wrap up the tour of the Arkansas Railroad Museum. For those who ever want to come visit this place, give me a heads up. I will be more than glad to meet you down here. I only live about an hour and a half away. But it is a really, really cool place to check out. Summertime's a little more fun because they actually bring out the hand pump car, and you can play on it. So anyways, I am going to make my way back to the vehicle. And I guess I'm going to go get me some lunch.
Yeah.
So, other than that, y'all, I appreciate y'all being here and hanging out with me on this chilly but fine Saturday afternoon. Well, Tim, if you're coming June 2023, man, we'll definitely have to make this a stop, and I'll show you my old stomping grounds. And, of course, Little Rock's got a lot of railroad stuff there, too. So, I'll let you take one last look at the last surviving steam crane that has yet to be converted to run off of oil or diesel. The one and last one. So, Roy says, I sound like I'm in a tunnel.
You sound like that all.
Yeah, Amanda says I sound like that all the time. So, all right, y'all. Well, y'all take care. Be safe out there, and happy railroading.